Hi everybody, so this is A.R.S.E, the Random Stoner Explains, and today we're going to talk about the forensic mythology of the lost city of gold. So, when the Europeans first, or the Spanish first arrived in the late 1400s and early 1500s, the temples they encountered were covered in precious metals, mostly gold, like the outside of the temples. So if you go today to these temples and these city structures that are still standing, the ancient ones, you'll see these inlets in them that are shaped like uh, two inverted trapezoids, one on top of the other, in the corners of the walls. And these were used when the metal was laid out. It was cast to fit that shape and hang on the wall. And so, like I said, the cities of gold actually existed, but they were in reality the temples and all the different cities that the Europeans encountered. So uh, they weren't looking for a singular lost city of gold. They were looking for other temples that hadn't been discovered yet that were still had the gold on them, so they could pillage it. Um, when I talked about the Phoenicians earlier, and I talked about how they were probably traded in the Americas as far back as 4,000 years ago for the copper in the Great Lakes region, and more than likely for the gold in the southern parts of North America, like Mexico and Central America, and the northern parts of South America. They, the Phoenicians, had a cult of the olive, where they worshipped the olive tree. In the city of Cadiz, which I mentioned earlier too, where they outfitted the largest ships, according to the Romans, to trade unknown faraway lands. They had their temple all gold olive tree with emeralds as the olives. So they were pretty wealthy. And so the Spanish, like I said, so when they got to the Americas, they asked Montezuma to fill the room with gold. So the expectation was that there was enough gold to fill the room that they asked Montezuma to fill. So like I said, the lost city of gold isn't mythological. There was cities, plural, but they were the temples that were covered in precious metals that were pillaged by the Europeans. So yeah, that's my little talk on the lost city of gold. Um, yeah, so you know, basically that's what happened. They came, they saw these cities or the temples, and they kept looking for them until they found as many as they could, and they took the gold or the precious metals and stones and took them back to Europe. So yeah, namaste. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.